Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Mudd, coming to you once again from the Well House. Welcome to episode number 4 of Down the Rabbit Hole, where I'm digging into the songs from my new album, Meant for the Sun. Today, we're going to go deep on a peppy little number called Through to Me.
Through to me, there's love inside me that's coming out. Through to me, there's something besides me that I found out. You got through to me, and now I see the light.
Through to Me is the first song that I wrote for the Meant for the Sun record. At the time, I wasn't thinking about making an album. I just had this new song and I wanted to get it down on tape. I was playing in a band called The Powers That Be, and for several months we've been working on the material from the album I had out at the time, an album called Reanimate. We were working on the same songs over and over, and I was eager to get some new material done. Through to Me was the first song out of the barrel. Through to Me is a bit of a departure for me. It's got kind of a country and western vibe. Not like Buck Owens or anything, but like maybe Dwight Yoakam or the Mavericks, or even something Tom Petty might have tried with the Traveling Wilburys. But mostly Through to Me is different because it's supposed to be a little bit funny. And when it comes to music, I kind of don't do funny. I take pop music very seriously, probably too seriously. I think it's because I grew up in that era where rock music was like a battle by guys with long hair and guitars who were battling authority, battling demons and wizards, battling all those slick dudes who kept taking all of our ladies. When I hear funny stuff, like the novelty stuff, I feel like the bands are making fun of sacred rock and roll, making fun of that life-changing power of rock. Now, I'm not talking about out-and-out comedy like Spinal Tap or Tenacious D or Weird Al Yankovic. That stuff's awesome. It's the cutesy stuff that gets to me. Bare Naked Ladies and even Jimmy Buffett fall into that category sometimes. And as much as I like the band Train, when Pat Monahan started doing all that silly wordplay, it kind of jumped the shark for me.
Hey, don't try to blame me or shame me, but I think I just heard my name, see? I just want to say you got to go check out Jonathan Mudd's new album, Meant for the Sun, right now. iTunes, HiTunes, Apple Music, or Amazon. You can testify on Spotify or cut a slice of Pandora's pie. Parasail or first class mail. Go to mudmusic.com and set off a bomb. Just get the album.
Jeez, talk about a rabbit hole. All right, let's get back to Through to Me. So Through to Me is not a knee slapper or anything, but it is tongue in cheek, and I had a lot of fun writing the lyrics. It's a silly love song, more or less. The singer is a sad sack loser who just happens to get lucky, which may make the song somewhat autobiographical. I mentioned that I wrote this song when I was playing with the Powers That Be, and the keyboardist in that band, Ed O'Connell, contributed to this song. Ed's a great keyboard player. He's a great multi-instrumentalist, actually. In fact, Ed approaches every song like a producer or arranger, and he comes up with stuff that would never occur to me. Check this out. So along with Easy D on drums and Andy Lutheran on bass, listen to the farfisa organ part that Ed came up with for Through to Me. It's real subtle on the first couple verses, but then he expands it hugely on the third verse.
10 feet underground, I couldn't move, I couldn't make a sound. You dug me up.
It sounds like something Steve Neve might have done with Elvis Costello and the Attractions, but it's also got kind of a Methodist church vibe going on. Through to Me is really all about the vocals. To bring some contrast to the lonely loser guy who's singing on the verses, I wanted to bring real thick, bright, layered harmonies onto the choruses. For that, I brought in my friend Cal Everett. If you're a music fan from the DC area, then you surely know Cal. He's been a mainstay on the scene there since 1980 when his terrific new wave band 4 out of 5 Doctors broke out. I was a huge Doctors fan, and when I moved to Washington from California in about 2000, I hunted Cal down and boldly asked him to join my band, which shockingly he agreed to do. I was fortunate enough to get to play with Cal in a couple different bands over the years, including the Powers That Be, and to work with him on some fabulous tribute shows put on by Bandhouse Gigs and Newmeyer Flyer. But Cal and I really got to know each other when we were touring with Still Surfin', an excellent Beach Boys tribute act that I was part of for about 5 years. As everybody knows, the Beach Boys are the ultimate vocal harmony group, and it was in Still Surfin' that I really kind of learned how to sing harmonies, Cal and I both sang tenor in Still Surfing, and we'd engage in some friendly competition when we were on stage together. He'd step up and kill God Only Knows or Wouldn't It Be Nice or something, and then he'd turn back to me and say, "What do you got, bitch?" And I'd step up and take my best shot at Sail on Sailor or Help Me Rhonda or something. Now, the harmonies Cal and I came up with for Through to Me are not exactly out of the Beach Boys songbook, but they are piled high. In fact, I think there's like 16 tracks of background vocals on this tune. Let's go inside the isolation chamber and hear Cal Everett and me singing a cappella some background vocals on Through to Me.
Through to me, that's where you got to. Through to me, that's what you got. Through to me, there's love inside me that's coming out. Through to me, there's something besides me, and I found out. You got through to me, and now I see the light. You got through to me, everything's gonna be alright.
Pretty sweet, if you ask me. I should mention, Cal Everett's got a solo album coming out a little bit later this year. I had a chance to hear some of the preliminary mixes. It's incredible. Like, blow your mind incredible. Great songs, great singing. Thanks for watching this installment of Down the Rabbit Hole. Feel free to leave a comment below. Hit the subscribe button. I'll be back soon with another episode of Down the Rabbit Hole, and we'll dig into another track from my new album, Meant for the Sun.
I know you think I'm taking you for granted. I know you think I'm giving you lip. Sometimes my point of view gets slanted.